Today I found some of the craziest LEGO Fortnite builds and clips from around the internet. And before we get into the good stuff, if you don't like the video right now, next time you build something in LEGO Fortnite, this will happen to you. And yeah, I don't make the rules. Drop a like on the video so you can avoid that one. But let's get into it. But starting out with an absolute banger, we have ourselves an amusement park. And this amusement park is filled with fun activities like a drop tower, a merry-go-round, pirate ship swing, teacups, and so much more. And one of my favorite parts about this amusement park is the fact that every single one of these rides is completely functional. You can see him pulling a lever to start every single one, and yeah, they work flawlessly, even if the merry-go-round is definitely a little slow. It does still work, so you can't hate. Looking at the pirate ship swing, this thing looks incredible. It rockets back and forth super well with the thrusters, you can see. And oh my goodness, wait a sec. Does this thing go upside down? Oh! It doesn't look like it does. It does get close, though. Overall, though, all these ride concepts are super impressive. So shout out to Highbard009 for this one. And like we do with every single episode in this series, all credit will be down in the description as well as on screen. Full credit to all these very talented people that made these builds today. And speaking of incredible builds, this one is jaw-dropping because this is an upside-down castle that's placed directly under one of the brand new floating Rift Shard islands. And this building not only sits very nicely, it also completely rotates. I mean, guys, this building at night looks incredible with the lights beaming off of it. The fact that it actually spins is just a bonus, but overall, just an incredible build. And has anyone ever wanted a pet dog in LEGO Fortnite? Because next up, we have this. And I mean, come on. What is going on here? This thing is easily navigating over different terrains, and I have no idea how this thing was even built in the first place, but look at it. It's about to climb up a flight of 5 stairs. Are you kidding? Oh my goodness. Ladies and gentlemen, I think we're staring directly at the future of LEGO Fortnite. If this is what people are building after less than a year, I am terrified to see what people build a couple of years down the line. And next up, we're taking a night stroll down the city over to one of my favorite builds that I think we have in today's video, and it is a city movie Tavern by Blue JB. And walking straight into the main concession stand, it looks exactly like any other cinema that you've probably been to. Up top, it looks like they got this awesome snack and beverage bar, and right next to it, there's also this cool little control room with a projector in it. And of course, the control room is there for a reason, and it's because when you walk down this hallway, you'll be met with a very dark room, as cinemas usually are, so you can actually watch a full-on movie. Plenty of seats to choose from, and my goodness, does this thing look amazing. The detail. If you sit along the back, you also get this awesome camera perspective of the entire screen. Such an impressive build with so many little details. My favorite part has to be the concession stand on the bottom floor. The new friendly neighborhood decor bundle really help out with these accent pieces, and it's cool to see them put to use. Okay, next we have the coolest but maybe most terrifying thing I've ever seen in this game, and there's just this Bowser Jr., which kind of just looks like a floating ghost, which shoots cannons out of his mouth. Yes, you heard me right. You're seeing it on screen. He is now waving his arms and spinning around, and yeah, that's basically it. He just flies through the air. He has thrusters on his back, and he can shoot cannons wherever he wants. Totally not terrifying at all. It's also very impressive, but still, what in the world is that? And speaking of floating objects, JackSpecs made a floating UFO out of the lighthouse red roof pieces. I can't believe nobody thought about this earlier because they're honestly the perfect pieces for a hovercraft, and I mean, this thing looks gorgeous. Really cool looking aircraft, and honestly, this would be really fun to fly around my own world. Maybe I'll make one day. And if you were ever wondering what the best luck in all of LEGO Fortnite looks like, look no further. And if you were ever wondering what the best luck in all of LEGO Fortnite looks like, look no further. How many supply drops even is this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. What? 12 supply drops. That's gotta be a world record of some kind. And we saw plenty of rides earlier with the amusement park, but this time around we have a boardwalk with yet another ride. This time it's a Ferris wheel, and jumping into one of the pods, you can see this thing get started, and my goodness, it actually goes around the track so fast. You can see views from all around this place, and overall, it's really cool to see these things in action. I believe this one's using a bunch of swivel devices, which is very impressive. 10 out of 10 build. Anyway, JackSpecs is back once again for a very quick and creative tutorial on how to put a fireplace under your village square. It'll look a little something like this. And I guess the tutorial is very, very short. As you can see, it's just a few rustic beams followed by a few stacked floors and then a few fences on top of that and a floor. And then it's just as simple as, yeah, putting down a village square. Simple little addition, but will definitely elevate the way your village squares look in your world. I definitely recommend trying that one out. And also wanted to show more love to JackSpecs because he makes great tutorials on YouTube as well. And like I said, everybody, including JackSpecs, will be linked down in the description. So be sure to show them love. And our next build takes us to a dry Valley Oasis, but the entire build is inside, so it's hard to tell. You know, you do see some rock formations along the wall, but other than that, just looking out the window is the only way you'll really be able to see that you are in fact in the middle of a desert oasis. There's some very interesting ways to get through this place, like doors that slide out from the floor, but you haven't even seen the best part because he's gonna show up there soon. But before he does, take a moment to appreciate the ceiling in this place because he used a bunch of sideways walls and of course sliding doors that are also on their side to act as windows. And all of that's very cool, but not as cool as this underground section because like I said, we are in a desert oasis right now, and he fully capitalized on that by building an indoor lit pool where you can actually take a swim in your village. There's a diving board as well as some lounge chairs to accompany it, and then on the other side you even have a nice little shower and bathroom. The way the light is illuminating out of the water in this place is incredible, and the build in its entirety is also just incredible. And next up, we're about to witness an experience that every single Lego Fortnite player has probably had, and it is swinging your pickaxe at the wrong thing and just breaking everything. But subscribe to this channel and that will never happen to you again. And here we are with our next build, which is very simple yet perfectly themed for spooky season. As you can see here, we have a haunted house with plenty of decorations to go around. We got pumpkins and vines growing everywhere. We got this eerie little fence going all the way around it, along with some crossbones and skulls. And at night, the windows glow green from the Weapon X decor bundle. Very fun Halloween build, and we're getting closer to Halloween, so there should be a lot more of this to come with Fortnite mirrors. But do any of these images look familiar to you? I'll give you guys a second to look through them because there's a very particular reason that this set is built this way. And if you haven't guessed by now, this is the Monsters Inc. scare floor. Honestly, one of the most classic scenes from all of Monsters Inc. And if you've never watched the original Monsters Inc., I highly suggest you do. It's a great movie. But that's exactly what we have here in this build. Somebody that recreated the door scene as one-to-one as they possibly could. And oh my goodness, looking at this thing just brought back so many memories. What an incredible build by Bricks and Battles, who has been on the channel before, fun fact. It's always cool to see creativity on this level, so shout out to everyone involved with this build. And for a little bit of tips and tricks, excuse the quality on this one, but I do want to bring up this because if you guys don't know what we're looking at here, you will in a second when he pulls this lever. And yeah, this is an Insta Farm where basically you place a balloon on its side and then you grow crops, and typically clicking one activation lever will auto harvest all of your crops. And I'm not showing this because it's new. I'm showing it because I need you guys to comment down below if you'd like to see a tutorial on this. I've been putting it off for a while, but it seems like this isn't going to get patched by Lego Fortnite, so I feel like I could definitely build this for myself and also show you guys the best way to do it. Just let me know. And for our last vehicle of the video, we have the drone. And it looks exactly how you think it would. It looks like a drone. But flying this thing around, you can see for how big the size of this thing is, it's actually very agile. And it looks like it flies through the air very well. I'd like to see some more storage since there is a lot of room around the middle of it. But other than that, incredible looking aircraft here. And earlier in the video, you did see an upside down building. And as you can see on screen here, we basically have that same building except right side up. And this once again is sitting on the floating islands. And I think the floating islands have to be one of the coolest places you can possibly build in Lego Fortnite, especially where this person chose to build, with the waterfall sitting perfectly in the background of the shot of these two buildings. Everything about this build is incredible. Very well done to Orion Caesar for this one. And next up, you have to guess what we're looking at, because right now it just looks like a bunch of random pieces on the floor, but I promise you it gets better, because once our friend Lefo King here decides to fly upwards, you will see exactly what we are looking at, and it is none other than Naruto and Sasuke. This, my friends, is Lego Fortnite pixel art at its finest. And honestly, I didn't even know stuff like this was possible. But yeah, every time I do one of these videos, my favorite part of it is realizing how much there is to do out here on this game. It honestly re-inspires me every single time. And drop a like if you guys are enjoying this one, because we might be deep into the video, but we still have so many more bangers to get to. Like another pixel art piece here by the same user. And this time we're looking at a shiny Gyarados mosaic. This time around, the pixel art is laying perfectly on the water, which is super cool for a water Pokemon. And once again, the detail on this is just incredible, especially when you see the shot of him actually just standing there on the floor. So many random prop pieces that he just decided to throw together to make the perfect Gyarados. But this right here is simplicity at its finest. And you might be wondering what you're looking at, because yes, it's literally just a wooden box, but I promise you there's more to it. So wait a sec, because if he looks down, you see that he gets the option to sit, and when he does, he disappears into a box. And yes, this box is a full-on automobile, and not only that, it's also an airplane. I mean, you never have to leave this thing. It's the most simple variation of a movement device that you could possibly get. Not too flashy, but it does its job, and it does its job pretty well. I mean, just look at that smooth landing there. And to quickly touch some grass in today's video and take things away from the video game for a second, you can see that we have a real-life Lego Fortnite Klombo, which looks incredible. Honestly, looks super close to what we have in the game, except for the obvious fact that this one is green. The user also put down a spider as well as a skeleton piece, which is really cool to see. And they have not provided any directions, saying that they need to make it a bit more durable before doing instructions. And if you've ever gotten bored of living on land and you want to take your adventures to the seas of Lego Fortnite, then look no further than this build right here. Because next up, we have a Yacht Village. And this is one of the coolest boats that I think I've ever seen in Lego Fortnite. It's got a full-on helipad. It's floating in the water. It's super grand, and it's got so many interior details and corridors. As you can see, we got sleeping quarters for all the villagers. We have tons of storage. We have a pool deck, plenty of room to sit, relax, and eat your meals. And overall, just enjoy a nice vacation away from the skeletons that spawn out of the ground at night, because you aren't going to have to worry about any of that when you're living out on the yacht. But what did you guys think about the builds today? Let me know your favorite down in the comments. And other than that, thank you so much for watching all the way until the end of this one. It's been your boy Kaz, and I'll catch y'all later. Peace.